Hello and welcome to the Ribbon and Ink How and What to Blog with WordPress free video course. I'm super excited you're here. If the idea of blogging makes you cringe, then you've come to the right place. I'm hoping that by watching this video, you'll be excited about the possibilities that blogging has to bring you and your business. And please make a note that I'll be offering 2 additional video courses in my shop available for purchase in the very near future, all about blogging. The first one will be about blogging and using the Yoast SEO plugin for your site, and the second will be about how to incorporate Pinterest into your business and your blog to generate traffic to your site. They're super exciting, you don't want to miss them, so make sure you're signed up for the email list to get notifications. And without further ado, let's talk about how and what to blog with WordPress. Okay, so let's talk about blogging your heart out. Why and how to blog using WordPress. So why do you need to blog? Well, it's really good for SEO. Blogging is the only content on your site that is constantly being updated, which is really good for SEO. Blogging also positions yourself as an expert by providing an opportunity to show that you're an expert in something by talking about the things that you're really comfortable with and know. Simply put, more words equal more likely to be found in a Google search. The more times that you're using your key phrases in your blog posts, the more likely that you are to be found by someone searching for them. For example, I often use the key phrase branding for wedding businesses or branding for wedding photographers in all of my posts. Every time that I use one of those 2 phrases in all of my posts, Google writes a little tally next to my name, and I get boosted every time that I add one of those key phrases to a post. Last but not least, blogging provides positive communication with your audience to, again, present yourself as an expert. Okay, so let's look at my stats. So, in January 2019, I had 385 users find my site via a Google search. Now I know that because I plug Google Analytics into my site and I can tell. So that's something that's really important. And again, I talk about in my paid courses later. But not to toot my own horn, that's really awesome to be found by that many people just by searching in Google. I rank on page 2 for both the phrases branding for wedding businesses and branding for wedding photographers. You'll see a ton of my blog images on page 1 of branding for wedding businesses, and that's because I'm very conscious about what I name my images that I'm putting in my blog, because just like text, the file extension for your image is searchable, and Google will look at it when someone is searching for your phrase. Here's a little brag. From January 1st, 2018 until when I made this PowerPoint, which was February 14th, 2019, so that's a little over a year, 1,073 people viewed my post, How to Choose Brand Words and How They Help You, that I wrote on March 29th, 2017. That's an average of 3 views per day per year for a post I wrote 2 years ago. That's how powerful blogging can be if you do it correctly. Okay, so maybe you're thinking, Katie, you've sold me. I get it. I need to be blogging, but I'm not a writer. What do I write about? Here are some practical types of articles that you can be writing about. The first would be how-to articles. How to have a successful first look, for example. Another one would be why you articles, when you're trying to convince someone of something, why you need a first look. Another one would be a list. So people are very visual, and if they know going into a blog post that they're going to read 5 different bullet points, that's something they can manage and they'll be more likely to click it. So, for example, 5 reasons you need a first look. 5 things to know before doing your first look. And obviously another topic would be your work, because people do want to see your work to know your style and aesthetic. But honestly, the most popular posts on my site that I get are tips posts. So how to identify your brand's competitive advantage, how to attract your ideal client, because those are the types of things that my ideal client is typing into Google. My ideal client is not typing in brand launch for Maryland wedding photographer. You have to critically be thinking about what they're physically typing into Google, because that will be more likely to get you found. Another thing to help you in blogging is to brainstorm a topic and create several ideas for posts. So let's say, for example, your topic is, for me, your topic is ideal clients for your business. Okay, so that's my topic. How can I create 4 different posts from that, or 5 different posts from that one topic? All right, so post 1 could be how to attract your ideal client. Post 2 could be why you need an ideal client. Post 3 could be 5 ways to identify your ideal client. Post 4 could be 5 things that will turn your ideal client off. Post 5 could be ideal client mockup for wedding photographer, which would be my work. So those are 5 different posts that branch off of one topic. So you have to kind of sit and think about, how can I expand upon this one topic? And that will generate more ideas for you. Okay, so let's talk about the basics for actually writing a post in WordPress. I get into much more detail with this and using the Yoast SEO plugin in my paid course. But in this course, I'm going to show you how to actually write the WordPress post itself. So the first thing you want to do is to obviously add your title. The next thing that you want to do is to add your content and your images. You just go to add media if you want to add images to your media library, and then you insert them into your post by hitting the bottom right hand blue button that says insert. You also want to make sure that you set a featured image for your post. By default, WordPress will use whatever the first image in your post is as the featured image. This is the image that shows up as the thumb on your main blog page. Last but not least, you always want to add a call to action link at the bottom of the blog post, whether it's learn more about this process here or contact me here. And then you can highlight the text and use the little hyperlink button in the menu of the WordPress editor to link that text to whatever page you want within your site to get people to follow up and stay on your site. So I mentioned earlier that Google Analytics is really important for your site. In order to know how much traffic you get and what posts are popular, you need Google Analytics. Simply go to google.com/analytics. Then you'll get an UA code, and you can insert this into your Showit account here. Okay, so let's recap. Blogging brings traffic to your site. Write about topics such as how-tos, whys, lists, your work. Create a title, content, and featured image for each post. Use Google Analytics. And be mindful that I have a new video course coming out where we're going to talk about blogging and SEO to maximize your traffic. We'll get a lot more in depth into how to blog, how to hyperlink within your own site, how to name your images, how to use alt text, all kinds of things that will really generate traffic to your site. And I have a second course coming all about Pinterest, and you'll learn how to incorporate Pinterest into your site, how to redo your Pinterest boards to make them user-friendly, how to use Tailwind, how to join group boards, how to create hidden images for your posts to generate traffic there. You guys, my biggest website traffic generator is Pinterest, so you don't want to miss these courses. Be sure that you're on the email list to get notifications. So that was the How and What to Blog with WordPress free video course. I hope that you learned a lot. I hope that you're excited about blogging, and I hope that you'll take a look at the 2 paid courses that I have coming soon. Learn how I got those 1,073 people to look at that one blog post in just 2 years. It's super cool what you can do with WordPress. So sign up for the email list and be sure to check for notifications about when they're released.